Hey everyone, it's Ivan, KidBadger.com, out here at day one, out here at the Tactical Games. Right behind me, this is going to be my first event, first battle. It looks like sled drag down, probably, I don't know, 50, 100 yards, maybe 90 pounds on the sled. Looks like some 25-yard pistol shots, and yeah, rinse and repeat numerous times. But gonna go give this thing a go in a minute and see what we get. This right here is my buddy Ashley, who I'm gonna be competing against. We're gonna be in the same heat, everything like that.
Are you really filming right now?
For reals.
Oh, I didn't know that. My bad.
Awesome guy. I actually was in the Air Force with him way back when, for a little while before I got injured and we separated, went different ways, but looking forward to competing with this guy and hopefully everything goes good. If it doesn't go good for me, I'm gonna hurt him while he sleeps because we're sharing a hotel room. We'll
Always go low on the big guys.
Yeah.
No, it's Chris Michael. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go!
This first round just crushed me. Like, I don't know. I ended up borrowing 2 mags because I only have 3 mags actually. Borrowed a total of 3 magazines, one from a buddy back east. And every single borrowed magazine I had malfunctions with. Like one, it didn't lock back. So tap rack, dropped the hammer in an empty chamber. I'm like, shit, so reloaded. And the next one, like went to go fire and fired through, and then it locked back, but there's still another magazine or still another round in there. So like drop the mag, falls out, pick it up, try and chamber that round, and it like basically gets stuck. Like, strip the mag again, round falls. I have to shoot 10 rounds each one of those runs. So I just pick it up, drop it into the chamber, slide forward, break that shot, and throw the other mag in there. Go down for my last sled drag, 3rd sled drag, 5th like little run through there. Get down there, present the pistol, magazine comes out. I'm like, what is going on? So yeah, like couldn't get the other round into the magazine. So I'm like, whatever, throw the mag in, go to fire, doesn't fire. So it didn't strip that round when I tried to reload it apparently. Whatever, it was a big shit show and I got what I got. I don't know, hopefully I will just use the stock 2 stock STI mags. Hopefully they'll get me through it like the other events. Hopefully I won't have to rely on like more magazines, but off to a rough start.
Over here real quick. Yeah. With your time, so I can show you this. Got 4. Okay. Yeah.
I just finished up battle 3, even though I ran it, is basically the second one I ran today. Basically the second battle is taking longer than they'd anticipated. And you start sitting down at a chair, stand up, there's 2 hostage targets, shoot the target in the middle of those two with 5 rounds, reload 5 rounds. I ended up dropping 2. I don't know where they went, just off the target. I don't think I hit the hostage. But then you come back, pick up a Atlas stone. I've actually never picked one of those up. Already hurting. But you pick that thing up, come back here to this black barrel, carry it around there, all the way back, drop it, and then there's steel setup down there. Basically, you have 5 colors that are your colors. Knock all those guys down. For the elite, the rest of them, they just sprint down and back. But for the elite, pick up the Atlas stone again, down around the barrel, back, and that's your time. This was definitely better than the last one for me. I didn't, I still ended up dropping 2 rounds. Obviously, this STI is not magic, like it's still me pulling the trigger. But yeah, like as far as my performance, like I didn't run into any equipment issues that just turned into like frustration or anything. It was just like, okay, cool, I dropped a couple. And then the steel targets, they're actually pretty small. And I definitely missed some. Probably missed at least like 5 of them, or dropped at least like 5 shots. Fortunately, I was able to see actually my impacts, and what it came down for me was actually aiming low right to get my hits. My brain's still not working, but we got one more battle today. Gonna go see what that involves. Actually, I know it involves a really long like wheelbarrow push, but see what happens. I just finished battle number 3 back here, last one for the day. Already done, which is kind of amazing because the sun's still up. It's probably not even 1 yet. Now granted, it'll go for another however long as other people cycle through it, but basically started back here, ended up doing like a little 50-meter run to a wheelbarrow, pick that thing up, start rolling it, and you have to go up to your bay. Ultimately, it's about 400 yards eventually. And so you get up to your bay, run up, you're doing a box throw with a rifle, 3 IPSC targets, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, while you're moving. If you fail to keep moving, like 2-minute penalty. And then run back around a cone, back up the other direction, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then back to like 25 yards, rifle, break a shot, knock down a little steel plate, safe your rifle, come up with your pistol, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, sprint, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back, and then again with the pistol at like 25 yards, like 6-inch steel plate or something, back to your wheelbarrow, finish the about 400 yards around the cone. So everyone ultimately ends up doing the same distance, even if you're at the first bay, and then all the way back. And I was finishing up my pistol and I saw Ashley Sperlin, and I'm like, damn, and this other guy, I'm like, but I ended up finishing up because I saw them coming up as I'm running back to like shoot my 25-yard pistol, and shot it, went, grabbed my wheelbarrow, was trying to chase those guys, and I just couldn't end up catching them. And at the end, I was like, okay, like there's the last like 150-yard stretch, turn it on. I mean, I didn't come over the finish line and like throw up, but at the same time, there wasn't really much left in there, like crossing the finish line. Like it was a smoker because it's also like soft sand and stuff like that. But I will say overall, I'm pleased. Like this is more inside my wheelhouse. One, finally get to shoot some rifle today. And as far as the pistol went, I ended up dropping 1 round. It was probably with the pistol. Whatever, moving, shooting, all that stuff, like fine, whatever. I dropped one out of there, out of the A zone, or is actually 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. But I went back and I'm like, okay, can't miss fast enough. Whew. Bam, broke that first shot, knocked down the plate, and I was like, sweet, because every extra pistol round you had was extra 10 seconds. So it only took me 1 round, meaning I had 11 rounds left. So even though I missed that 1 round, I still ended up with 100 extra seconds taken off my time. So overall, like, actually really pleased with this event. The other 2, not so much. But you know what? They've been getting progressively better. So that pretty much kind of wraps up day one here. I don't know that there's much else to do, so we'll see. Ultimately, I think we're probably going to cut out of here soon because we both just finished our last battle 3 of the day. But dude, that one, that was definitely the most physically intensive as far as
Agreed.
like picking up the Atlas stone and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that's heavy. Never picked one up before.
Yeah.
Like, pick it up and you go. But it was short in duration, where basically half-mile like wheelbarrow push. How did you do on that wheelbarrow push? Because you were in front of me and I was like, damn your long legs.
Yes, correct. So keep in mind, I'm 6'5", 240 pounds. So moving heavy things should be a dude like me with my physical build should be my strong point. So moving the Atlas stone for me, much easier. Moving the wheelbarrow, much easier. But I'm still feeling it cardiovascularly.
Yeah.
I'm still feeling it in my forearms. I'm still feeling it. Especially towards the end, just like everybody else, as we come across the finish line and assume the position of, am I going to vomit or am I not?
Hands on knees.
I was feeling it, absolutely. So.
Yeah, I wanted to catch him, but it was not happening. Like, I turned it on as much as I could without being the dude that like throws up at the finish line, because it's like, oh, well, that was cool. Now I'm gonna go take a shower and like wash my shirt. Like, no. But yeah. So today ended early, and yeah, overall, man, it was a rough start.
That's equipment. That's not the individual.
Yeah,
And I'll back you up on that. On camera, not the individual. Equipment's fault. I think you can rebound tomorrow. I think you're still right there.
We'll see. I was stoked. I was stoked on my last run. Like that.
Absolutely. That was a good clean run.
It was a good way for me to end
dropped
the
what?
day. I dropped one round.
One round, and you finished real fast.
Got all my. I had all my extra rounds. So.
Right. So then you beat me. So this is how the tactical games works. Even though I finished in front of him with the wheelbarrow, I'm just discovering now mathematically that he beat me because he only dropped one shot and had additional rounds left over, whereas I dropped multiple shots, still had 10 rounds left over, but just by math alone, I know that
the time differential.
Correct.
Oh.
Correct. And I'm okay with that because we're friends.
We are friends. And you know what he didn't drop rounds with? Probably the sweet Hodge defense rifle. Like, what? Who has one of these things? And it's not an upper. It's like real deal.
It is. It works. It's a very nice rifle. Again, it's actually above my level of shooting, I would say. It's one of those things where it's an impressive rifle, and it's I can't keep up with it, obviously, by just demonstrating that last stage or battle we just had, because I dropped a few shots with this. Clearly, it's not the rifle; it's user error. But yeah, it's a very nice platform. I have nothing bad to say about it. Maybe you can do a review on it.
One of these days, that'd be rad. But ultimately, this wraps up day one, and so now we're gonna hang out in some random Texas town for the rest of the day and roll back out here tomorrow and see what we get. Unfortunately, they don't have a leaderboard. Not that like I'm living for the leaderboard, but for the sake of I would like to see just kind of my progression over those 3 events.
Right. How you've come back from the first stage,
yes.
or the first battle. How you've come
back. How I picked myself up after that first battle. But
absolutely.
Whatever. We'll see what tomorrow holds. And as always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.
Do I look tactical?
You look cool as shit.
My collar.
May as well pop that bitch.